Pika, 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 pika. Hello everybody, my name's Kina and today I'm gonna tell you about the Victories in the West, Chapter 30, The Frying Pan. Wukong and his companions were tied up in a room in Via Bay. I will deal with you all in the morning, said the great immortal. He turned around and left the room. The Tang monk began to cry. It's bad enough that there are dangers along the journey, he said, but my old companions are causing trouble for me. Calm down, master, said Wukong. We'll get out of this. Master, this is all Wukong's fault, said Bajie. He stole the Jingsen fruit and he knocked down the tree. Stealing the fruit was your idea, shouted the monkey. I can't help it if I was hungry, said Bajie. You should have refused to steal it. Let's stop arguing and figure out how to escape, said Wu Jing. I have a plan, said Wukong, but we must wait until the great immortal is asleep. Late that night, Wukong recited a spell. He shrank to the size of a pea and then slipped out of his ropes. He quickly untied his friends. Let's go, he whispered. The group tiptoed through the dark in silent bay. When they got outside, the sun was beginning to rise. That was easy, said Bajie as they walked down the road. I hope you all learned a lesson from this, said the Tang monk. Suddenly, a voice boomed. You can't escape from me. The great immortal flew toward them. Wukong pulled out his iron bar and swung. The great immortal moved out of the way. Bajie struck with his rake, and Wu Jing stabbed with his spear. But the great immortal was fast. He waved his arm, and his sleeve shot toward the group. Once again, the travelers were swept up back in the bay. The great immortal told his priests to start a fire. Bring out a large frying pan, said the great immortal. We're going to fry these criminals. Let's start with Sun Wukong. The priests carried an enormous frying pan into the room. They placed it over the fire. Uh-oh, thought Wukong. I can't sit all that on that frying pan all day and not get hurt at all, but the Tang monk is mortal. He'll be burned to a crisp. He spotted a statue of a lion nearby. The monkey recited a quick spell and made the statue look exactly like himself. Then he disappeared. Throw Sun Wukong into the frying pan, said the great immortal. Thinking the statue was Wukong, the two priests tried to lift it. This monkey is much heavier than he looks, said one priest, breathing heavily. Yes, said the other priest, panting. They finally dragged the statue to the frying pan and dropped it in. Cracked, the frying pan broke in half. The monkey tricked us, shouted the great immortal. He made that statue look like himself. That rotten monkey, cried Bajie. He escaped without us. Do you really think he left us? Asked the Tang monk. Look around, said Bajie. He's gone. He probably returned to the fruit and flower mountain. I'm sure he's playing in a field of flowers right now. Meanwhile, we're trapped in here. I don't think he will leave us, said Wu Jing. The Tang monk started to cry. The great immortal shook with anger. It's bad enough that Sun Wukong wanted to escape, but did he really have to break my frying pan too? He stamped his foot. Bring out another frying pan. We'll fry his companions, starting with the Tang monk. If you were wondering what's going to happen next, tomorrow you will find out. Bye.